Hello and welcome to the course. In this course, we're gonna implement an HTTP certificate to our unsecured website, a WordPress website. So here you see the myonline.com. It doesn't have any certificate installed and there is an exclamation mark. If you click on it, the Chrome tells you that the connection to the site is not secure. So which means people, if you have a credit card transaction and that sort of things in your website, people are not going to do it because your site is not secure. For example, if you come to a site like YouTube or a popular sites, any popular site would do, here it says secure and it has a lock mark and the URL says HTTPS, which means these kind of sites are highly secured and the data sent and received from your PC to the server and the data that is sent from the server to the PC is encrypted end to end. So the hackers have very less opportunity to grab the data and encode it. So they won't be able to decode and see what you have sent since you are using this secure certificate. So we are not going to go into the technical details, but we're going to see how to implement it practically on your WordPress website. In order to implement it, as you know, I'm going to make use of Cloudflare. Cloudflare is a third-party provider and you will not only get HTTPS certificate, there will be other advantages as well. So we will look at them in a future lesson. So that's it. Enough blabbling. Let's begin. Hello and welcome back. In this section, we actually gonna create our new account. So first head to cloudflare.com, cloudflare.com. Head to that website and click on sign up and fill in the details and create an account. So click on just fill out the details. Click on create account. Now it's going to ask you for your site. The site that we're going to add is myonline.com, so I'm going to copy that, remove the HTTP part and click on add site. So what is going to happen is that Cloudflare is going to traverse through the DNS records and it's going to pull it up. So click on next and I'm going to obviously select free. In future, if you wish, you can update to other paid plans to match your requirements. So here you see the Cloudflare has automatically pulled all the DNS records for the myonline.com and you see google.com and everything, my email related MX records and CNAME, everything is pulled from the cPanel or the hosting account. And now so what is actually happening here is that Cloudflare has pulled out all the DNS records and it's going to store it in their website, and the next time if you want to make any DNS changes, you don't have to do it in your hosting account or in your domain service provider. What you have to do is simply you need to edit the DNS settings in the Cloudflare website itself. And the advantage is that when a user visits your website, he will be first validated by the Cloudflare, and if he is a hacker or if he is trying to misuse or trying to take advantage of your website, the Cloudflare will detect it and block him. And also other advantages in using Cloudflare, we will discuss it in another lesson. So here you have seen that it has pulled all the records and it says we have scanned your existing DNS records to make sure your website and mail services continue to run once you change the name servers to Cloudflare. Okay, just simply read through it. I'm not going to read everything. And click on continue. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to change your name server. Currently in your domain would be pointing to your hosting account. Now what you need to do is you need to point it to the Cloudflare. So simply copy this and go to your domain register. And if you are using, I'm currently going to explain it using name servers, Namecheap, but if you're using some other website, click the link here. I need help changing my name servers, and select your register, GoDaddy, and next thing is there are four examples, and select that and it will show you step by step instruction. That will be very helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'll show you the Namecheap. I'll select Namecheap and I'll say what it shows what to do. Okay, click there and click on manage and go to custom DNS and copy these things. So I'm going to do the same. So I have the domain list here and I'm going to myonline.com. I'm going to click on manage. The next thing what I'm going to do is it's already on custom DNS and I'm going to copy and replace it here. Copy and replace it here and click on this save. It might be different if you're using some other domain providers. I obviously hate GoDaddy. I don't use them because their dashboard is very cluttered and they always try to upsell with so many products that I don't necessarily need. So I simply hate them. I don't use them. I love Namecheap. They are with their simple minimal dashboard. I love their services. So that is all, and now as you can see the Namecheap is updating the name servers, and it's going to take another approximately 1 minute of time. So I'm going to pause the video, and once it's done I'm going to continue from Cloudflare. Hello and welcome back. The Namecheap DNS servers has been updated, so I'm going to go back to Cloudflare and I'm going to click on I'm done. So everything is done and I'm going to click on continue. Now Cloudflare says status is active, the website is active on Cloudflare, and the security level is minimum, and the SSL certificate is something that we're gonna change. For the SSL certificate we're gonna change it to, we're going to keep it to flexible. We are not going to change it. We're going to keep it at flexible because we're going to use the flexible certificate. We are not going to use full certificate. The difference between flexible and full certificate is that when the connection between your end and Cloudflare is encrypted in the flexible. If you go for the full, the data that is sent between your end to Cloudflare is encrypted, and from Cloudflare to the server is encrypted again. So that is the advantage of using full. But since we don't want to increase the complexity, and since I don't want to force all these technical stuff on beginner level users, I'm just going to skip the full and I'm going to do the flexible, which is more than enough for any website. So I'm going to keep it at flexible, and let's click on crypto. We are currently on crypto. Let's come back to overview. So that is it at Cloudflare end, and we gonna have to make some changes in our WordPress website. So let's see what are the things that we need to do in our WordPress website in the next video. Bye for now. Welcome back. In this video we actually going to install two plugins that is necessary to enable Cloudflare powered SSL certificate in your WordPress powered website. So in order to do that, first you have to log in and go to the admin dashboard. So I'm inside the admin dashboard right now, and I'll go here and I'll go and select add new. So what you have to do is you simply have to hover over plugins and click on add new, and come here and search for Cloudflare. Install the first one here. Click on activate. Okay, now click on add new again. Again search for Cloudflare, and this time you need to install Cloudflare Flexible SSL. If you remember correct, we selected Flexible SSL as the certificate that we want to install. So the two plugins are installed, and so before moving to the next section, let's go to settings and select Cloudflare. And have an account already? Sign in here. So yeah, I have an account already. So I'll type j@mayuonline.com. That's my email. For the API key, you can click on get your API key. So in order to get your API key, you can simply come here and select your email address here and click on my profile, and it will take you to this page, and here select global API key, view API key. Click on that, and it will ask you for the password. So give out the password. Confirm that you are not a robot, obviously. Click on view API key. Now the API key is here. Just copy that. Come here, paste it, and click on save API credentials. So we actually going to enable the automatic cache management. So click on. So this will improve the cache management on your server, and the pages will be load much faster to your visitors. So these are the things. These are some advantages of using Cloudflare. And the next thing you need to do is optimize Cloudflare for WordPress. So click on apply. Obviously, we're going to do that. Okay, the bottom you say the default settings have been the default setting have been successfully set. Cool. And if you want to clear the cache, you can simply click on purge cache. So purge cache. So that will clear all the cache in your server. So those are small tips. So we are pretty much done at WordPress end. So there is a small change at Cloudflare's end now. So we'll look at it in the next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome back. We're gonna do a one last change. So let's head back to Cloudflare account, and select a website. Currently we have only one website, that is mayuonline.com, and what we have to do is, so click on page rules, and then select click page rule. So what we are actually going to do here now is we're gonna make sure that all our pages are going to go through HTTPS, not HTTP. So in order to do that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give a rule here. The rule is going to be HTTP, and everything falls under mayuonline.com will be redirected to the HTTPS site. Click on add a setting and click a setting, and you need to say always use HTTPS. There are so many options you can play around with, but what we are going to do is we are going to always use HTTPS. Enforce HTTPS for this URL. Click on save and boom. So everything is done. Ideally, our website should work in HTTPS right now. So now the page redirection is done. Now we're gonna come back to our WordPress site and click on Cloudflare. Go to settings and click on Cloudflare and click on settings again. Come to the bottom and you should have this option enabled. So all the settings are done, and let's visit our website and type mayuonline.com. And as you can see, the site would be loading in an HTTPS protocol. So, and it also says it's secure. Do you remember previously it said it's not secure, your connection to this site is not secure, but if you see it says it's secure. When you are doing it, it might not take effect immediately. Give it a time up to 24 hours and the changes will take effect definitely, and it will work like a magic. You won't have to do any more changes other than what I have done in this tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you liked it, please give it 5-star, and the 5-star is the only thing that will keep me motivated and make me create more such tutorials and courses in all these platforms. So thank you very much. See you in another tutorial. Bye for now. Take care. Hello and welcome back. So you have successfully implemented the SSL certificate in your website. Now your customers or your readers can visit your website with a secured HTTPS protocol. So congratulations. Now it's time to celebrate. Give a tap on your back and give a pat on your back, and you are awesome. So in this section, we're gonna actually look into some of the features that we can get from Cloudflare. So just go to the dashboard and go to settings and click on Cloudflare. So let's go through these options that we have here. So the first thing, optimize Cloudflare for WordPress. We have actually clicked on apply when we first initially installed it. So that is cool that we have done with it. And the second option is purge cache. So what's gonna happen is that what Cloudflare is going to do is that it's going to store the static files in their servers globally. For example, you will have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files in your WordPress setup. So these files will be saved in Cloudflare servers around the world. For an example, say your server is in USA and you have a visitor coming from Singapore. And if the user is coming from the Singapore, and if the data is to be loaded from USA into the Singapore, it's going to take more time. There are going to be a big network latency. So what Cloudflare does is they have their servers in Singapore. So what they're going to do is they're gonna just pass all the static data from their replicate locations in Singapore to the user. So the user will see that the page is loading much faster. So basically, Cloudflare is claiming that you can see 60% increase in page load speeds for WordPress websites that are using Cloudflare. So that is the advantage of having Cloudflare. And if you want to clear the cache that is stored across all locations, you can simply click on this purge cache button and it will be simply removed. So if you made any changes to the website, the latest change will be visible. It's not that Cloudflare will not update the changes that you have in your website. It might take some time, and if you want it to take effect immediately, you can click the purge cache. And again, we're coming back to the third option, automatic cache management. So what I discussed previously, so if you let the Cloudflare to automatically take care of the cache management, so you don't have to worry about clearing and removing those stuff. Let the Cloudflare take care of it. So I would trust Cloudflare over myself, because I'm a lazy guy. I would let the Cloudflare to do the work for me. So that is it for the home page, and let's go back to settings. And this option we actually switched on when we actually first installed the WordPress plugin and set it up. So let's keep it always online. We want Cloudflare to be always online, and we don't have image optimization option inside the free tier, so I'm going to skip it. And the second thing is development mode. Say for an example, you are doing some changes in your website. Say you are changing the color of your website or changing the header image of your WordPress website, and if you refresh and see your site, it might still be showing the all things. It may not reflect what you have done in your website. In that case, the option is to clear the cache, and that what it's going to do is that it's going to clear the cache in all the locations, and everything will be gone, and the new users will have to download everything. But if you're doing some development and it's actually not worth it to clear the cache across all the locations, so what you can do is you can simply switch on this option. And if you switch it on, what's going to do is that Cloudflare servers are going to always pick what is latestly available in your website and show it to you. It's not gonna take things from the cache servers. So that is actually a shortcut where you can see the latest look of your website without having to without having to clear the cache of your website. Sorry about my blabbering. And the third option, cache HTML at CDN, it's not going to work with the free tier, so I'm going to skip it. And the security level, of course, we usually stick with medium level security. That is enough for the WordPress website. And firewall is not available for the free tier, and advanced DDoS attacks also not available for the free tier. And the final option is automatic HTTPS rewrites. Actually, what it does is sometimes you might be using jQuery or Bootstrap files that are in the HTTP location. So what it's going to do is that it's actually going to pick up the HTTPS files instead of the HTTP. So the problem is, if you are using HTTP and HTTPS together, and if you are using a HTTPS protocol in your website, some of these HTTP files will be ignored or dropped by the browser. So what Cloudflare doing is that they actually try and pick all these things from an HTTPS location, so everything will be available in your website. And the last but not least, the last tab is analytics. So actually I didn't have much time to let the analytics take place. Only I have 1 day of traffic data available. So you can actually see 346 SSL requests were made to my website, and the cache has saved 390 KB over the last 1 day. The total bandwidth is 1.7 MB was used. Out of it, the 390 KB was saved. That's a good substantial amount. You see the cached request and uncached things. And also you can check on bandwidth, unique visitors, and threads. There are no threads. So these are the advantages if you're using Cloudflare. But wait a minute, that is not all. There is one thing more. If you believe your website is under attack and somebody is trying to launch an attack against your website, you have an option. Click on Enable I am under attack mode. If you have enabled it and go to your website, now the Cloudflare is going to check whether you are actually a genuine user before letting you into the website. So your website will be fine, your server infrastructure will be fine, the attackers won't be able to gain access to your web server resources easily. The Cloudflare is going to first check the user, and it's going to track all his intentions and see what he is actually trying to do before letting him into your website. So you may have actually seen this kind of loading thing in other websites. So actually this is what they are doing. They are using Cloudflare to limit the user resources, limit the use access to their website, and they are simply cutting off all these bots and hackers from their website. So that is it actually. I hope you learned some insight into how to use Cloudflare and all this stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the course. So please leave me with a 5-star rating. I really wish you do. Those are the ratings are the only thing that would keep me motivated to make more and more courses like this. So if you have followed any of my courses, you know that I don't like teaching A to Z. I like to teach as you go. I like to take the approach of teach as you go approach. So I won't be teaching everything, but I will be teaching what is necessary to get the work done. So in this case, I'm pretty much sure you all got to know what is necessary to implement an HTTPS certificate in your website, in your WordPress powered website using Cloudflare. So that is all, gentlemen. See you. Bye bye. Take care.